I did not see that coming. Jedi Fallen Order. Guys, it's been a while since I've had a chance to be able to sit down and talk about this game. And the reason of being is because it took me forever to beat this game. And the reason it took me forever to beat this game is really because I've had a whole bunch of other games that I was playing as well. I still haven't even completed Doom Eternal, if you can believe that. But the fact of the matter is that I was slowly savoring this game. This game was designed by Visceral, I believe it is. Gaming, and of course EA, the same people that did Titanfall and Titanfall 2. Respawn, that's what it, not Visceral, Respawn. And quite honestly, this game was awesome. This game was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed the game, and I'm not a big fan of the four-dimensional platformer. I was never a big fan of Maximum Overdrive. Not Maximum Overdrive, Sunset Overdrive. And I was never a big fan of the Uncharted series games or what they did with like Tomb Raider as an example. You know, those environmental puzzle games never really connected with me in that sense. They're not bad, they're not terrible. They're just they were never my niche. However, when you take that concept and you marry it to something like, you know, Force Unleashed, oh my God. This game is absolutely captivating. It is beautiful. It has stellar graphics, a beautiful score. I quite honestly, I wish I would have paid closer attention to the credits when I completed the game, because I'm really curious who was the composer. I did see that, you know, the London Symphony Orchestra did the music, but as far as who the composer was, because I know it's not John Williams. I know they used some components of John Williams and stuff for like the Force theme and all, but the overall music of this game, I want to applaud the composer. You know, it's absolutely breathtaking. The characters were engaging. I really thought I wouldn't care about the characters. I didn't. Like, I thought I would be interested in Cal's story, obviously. But as far as Seer and the captain and the Night Sister, you know, really didn't think I would give two shits about them. I figured they were just, you know, plot devices, which they were. But, I mean, there was an actual emotional attachment to them and their interaction with your character, Cal, and through the world in general. Like, you actually care about Sarah and Trilla's story arc. And, of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the greatest, sorry, R2, you got to move over, BB-8 lovers, you're going to hate me for this. Even Baby Yoda fans are probably going to be mad, but the cutest character in the Star Wars mythos right now is BD-1. That droid is absolutely awesome. There is nothing cooler than that droid. There are times of just the little head tilts and everything else. Like, my heart bled for this character. This character is awesome. I want a full comic run. I want a movie about BD-1. I do. It's absolutely terrible that I want that. But the overall story of the game is you are a Padawan who survived the purge of Order 66 and the rise of the Empire, and you've been hiding on a junk planet per your master's instructions, hiding the fact that you are a Force sensitive, until one day you were forced to use your powers to save a friend, and that unfortunately catches the attention of the Empire, and specifically the Inquisitors. And you get hunted throughout the galaxy, and as you are, you get picked up by this ragtag group of people, including a character named Seer, who is this woman who used to be a Jedi Master, who her Padawan fell to the dark side, was destroyed by the Inquisitors, became one of the Inquisitors, what is it, second sister, I believe she was, and it caused Seer to snap. She damn near turned to the dark side herself and was so scared by that revelation that she cut herself off from the Force. But she was destined to find Cal and help him to try to retrieve a holocron containing the list of names of Force-sensitive children throughout the galaxy in a hope and attempt to be able to rebuild the Jedi Order. That is the story you need. That was it. So you're being chased by her old Padawan while trying to gather the information to find out where this holocron is to be able to try to salvage and save the Jedi Order. It takes place in between Episode 3 and Episode 4, which makes it a very tight fit, but the story arc was good enough and well enough that it was able to stand on its own without messing with any of the established timeline story arcs, any of the established canon. And it was really well done. It was really engaging. The worlds were vibrant. The traps and puzzles were frustrating at times. The battle sequences, especially against bosses like the Inquisitors, were frustrating at times. I had been quoted on the video stating that I thought they needed to dumb down the bosses a little bit because a lot of their block and counter maneuvers just seemed very overpowered at times. They became easier to manage as you level up Cal and unlock more of his Force abilities. But, I mean, there were times where you're sitting there frustrated like, dude, how do you beat this guy? The timing is ridiculous. It's almost like taking on the Marauder in Doom Eternal. But those were minor inconveniences. And, of course, speaking of minor inconveniences, there are glitches in the game. There are nothing that's really game-breaking. I've ran into some situations where, like, a pressure point button wouldn't show up for me to be able to advance, and I had to go back to a meditation area and rest to be able to get it to work. Or, minor graphical glitches like... Again, I can't remember her name, but the Night Sister who joins your party, she has this wisp of hair that sometimes will just wave. For no reason, it just waves. Like minor things like that. Nothing too game-breaking, but things they might want to address at some point. There were times where the traversing through the maps was kind of slow and wasn't actually obvious in a lot of areas of how to progress through. But that could have been more player error than poor game design. So I write that off as just, I'm not good at those types of games. But then we get to that ending. And I'll be honest with you guys, when I got to the boss fight against Trilla, where I get back the holocron because she had it in her possession. And at this point, guys, spoilers for anybody who has not completed Jedi Fallen Order. At that point, I got to that boss fight, and I must have overpowered Cal fiercely because I took her out first try, no problem. I kind of cheesed it a little bit, I'm not going to lie, but I took her out no problem. And quite honestly, I was ready to come on and say, for a game that was really well designed, that ending sequence was terrible. Was unsatisfying. But then we go to the cutscene after you defeat her and get the holocron back, and she's sitting there talking to Seer and kind of letting go of her hate. You almost get the impression that she was ready to let go and rejoin the light side of the Force, and all of a sudden you hear it in the background. And you're like, no, because at this point, I didn't think there was going to be Vader in the game. I didn't think there was necessary for Vader or anything of main story arc characters in the game. I mean, we had Saw Gerrera, and we had Chewbacca's brother as far as cameos appearances were concerned in the game, but they played minor roles in it whatsoever. So I really didn't think we would be seeing like Grand Moff Tarkin or especially not Darth Vader. I didn't think Vader needed to be there, but oh my God, he was there. And he wrecked shop. And what I love is that they tricked you into believing that he was going to be the boss fight. You really thought, like, oh my God, I'm going to be fighting Vader? Dude, there's no way I'm going to win. Cal can't beat Darth Vader. And they Like, they took Rogue One hallway scene of Darth Vader and amped it to 11 in a sequence that you deal with Vader. You find out you can't fight him. You got to haul ass out of there. You make it to a turbo lift. You get up out of the way. You're now trying to get out of the base, and you go to a door, and there he is, and he's just wrecking shop. You know, it's just like, I don't want to spoil it. Get to it, watch it. You'll see what I mean. Was worth the price of admission, guys. Like, if I was going to give this game, for example, an 8 out of 10, that sequence knocked it up to a 9.5. Which, by the way, is my review total for Jedi Fallen Order. It is a damn near perfect game. Like I said, there was a couple slow points, but that could have been me. A couple minor glitches that they should repair. Quite honestly, what this game has achieved for me is a couple things. Number one, this game has achieved to me that EA can put out a good Star Wars game. Granted, they had to outsource it to Respawn, but at the same time, it can be done. It makes me excited and all for Squadrons. It makes me excited for Jedi Fallen Order 2. I want to spend more time with Cal Kestis and this crew of the Mantis. I want to spend more time with BB-8. Give me his own game. I want to have a puzzle. Give me a Dr. Mario-style game with BD1. Excuse me, yeah, BD1. Give me a Dr. Mario-style game with him. I would play the shit out of it. But overall, this game has absolutely restored my faith in the Disney era-owned version of Star Wars. That you can put out a solid, story-driven Star Wars video game. And I can't wait for more. It makes me happy and excited for the future of the Star Wars franchise, at least in video game format. Now, as far as the next set of films, that's going to be another topic of conversation. Guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, comment, subscribe, check out the other podcasts, and I will see you on the next review. Hopefully Doom Eternal, because I still got to beat that. Have a good one. Hey guys, it's Chris from Realm of the Mist Entertainment. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Check out all the other great podcasts that can be found on Realm of the Mist Entertainment's YouTube channel or our sister channel, Sounds Dicey Gaming, for all your tabletop needs. And if you prefer your podcast in audio-only format, check out Realm of the Mist Entertainment on Anchor.fm, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, or wherever quality podcasts can be heard. To our Patreon supporters, we thank you very, very much. And if you're interested in being a Patreon supporter, please go over to patreon.com/Realm of the Mist, and just $1 a month gives you exclusive content and helps our channel out greatly. Guys, again, thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you on the next episode.